What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Texas Rangers report. And today we have some more news regarding some Rangers transactions. So let me get straight into it. So the Rangers have now invited 3 more people to spring training as non-roster invitees. So first off is Luis Ortiz. The Rangers signed him to a minor league deal earlier in the offseason, and now they invited him. He was a former first-round pick by the Rangers, and things haven't really panned out, and now he's back with the Rangers. Adolis Garcia, they gave him a non-roster invite, so the Rangers had to designate him for assignment after they signed Mike Foltynewicz, and he cleared waivers, and the Rangers outrighted him, and so now he will be going to spring training. And then last but not least, Hans Kraus. He was the Rangers' second-round draft choice in 2017. He's, I think, our 7th prospect in the farm system, so it's good to see that he is going to spring training. Now, the Rangers have signed some more players to minor league deals, and they did get invites to spring training as well. 2, I think, could have an impact on the roster. Number 1 is Brock Holt. The Rangers signed Brock Holt to a minor league deal, and yes, he isn't on the roster right now, but he is going to compete for that third base spot until Josh Jung is ready to play for the Rangers. The competition at third base right now is Brock Holt is probably first, and then second is maybe Odor, maybe Culberson, but I still think we're going to trade Odor or something. And then I think another sneaky candidate might be Andy Ibanez. He's been in the Rangers farm system for a while. He's a pretty solid hitter. He's not so great defensively, but he can play a little third, a little second, and he has team control because he hasn't gotten called up to the majors. So I just want to break down that third base competition. But going back to Brock Holt, he signed to a minor league deal. This signing isn't super exciting, but then again, the Rangers' third base job wasn't exciting to a lot of players. Like, I made a lot of videos on the channel about third basemen the Rangers could sign, like Maikel Franco or Jedd Gyorko, but they probably want to start somewhere. And Brock Holt knows that Josh Jung is going to be called up. So one thing that I like about Brock Holt is that whenever Josh Jung gets called up, we can still use him on the bench as a Swiss Army type of player. Say if we sign Maikel Franco or Jedd Gyorko, they can only really play third, and then Jedd Gyorko could play a little bit of first, but that kind of really handicaps us. But even though Brock Holt, he's not really a great hitter, so don't expect great hitting numbers. He literally plays any position you need him to, besides pitcher or catcher. So my latest video on the third baseman, I want them to sign Marwin Gonzalez. Obviously, he went to the Red Sox. So I think Brock Holt is a poor man's Marwin Gonzalez. So overall, the signing is okay by me because if everything goes right with Josh Jung, he should be a bench player by midway through the season. And signing Brock Holt as a bench player should be good, but just don't expect too much of him for being the third baseman. But yeah, keep an eye on Andy Ibanez in spring training, but also Culberson and Brock Holt platooning third, because Brock Holt's a lefty, Culberson is a righty. And the second minor league deal for the Rangers that I think could have impact on the big league club is that they have signed, I'm looking at my notes right here, they've signed a KBO pitcher from the Kia Tigers in Hyeon-Jong. So he's 33 years old. He tried to signed with a big league club back in 2014, and apparently the Rangers were interested, okay? But Yang backed out, and he decided to play in Korea instead. So he's 33. He came off his worst season in 2020, but he did win Pitcher of the Year in 2017, so that is pretty good. But like I said this before, whenever the Rangers were going after Hye-Sung Kim, and whenever they signed Kohei, we have to remember that KBO and the NPB is not MLB level of play. It's probably AAA. So the Rangers signed Yang to a minor league deal, going into spring training saying he could win a spot in the rotation, but he also could be somebody that they could use in the bullpen. So we don't really have too many bullpen lefty arms, and this would add more depth and more competition, because I think what the Rangers are really trying to do this offseason is show that even if you're a top prospect, you're going to have to earn your playing time. And also I think that they're trying to protect their prospects and not shove them straight into the majors, because we know what happened to Jerickson Profar and Odor, and even Mazzara. They put them straight into the majors, because now the depth is kind of looking like Gibson, Fulte, Lyles, Arihara, and Dunning at the major league level. And then at the minor league level, you have Colby Allard, Wes Benjamin, Brock Burke, Kyle Cody, Taylor Hearn, and Joe Palumbo, and even Tyler Phillips. So we have a lot of arms at the upper minor league level. And if Jongyang is able to do anything impressive in spring training, that'll just be able to add to it. And I know that if he is able to start, he'll probably take away some playing time from one of our top prospects, but that's okay because they will be able to play in the minors. And just think about the Dodgers, like they have so many arms, like they find ways to get good talent into games and put them in the best spot. So I like this signing by the Rangers. We don't really risk anything, so we'll just have to see what Yang does in spring training. And the last minor league deal the Rangers made is that they signed catcher John Hicks to a minor league deal. Don't expect anything out of him. A lot of teams sign catchers to minor league deals just to catch bullpens, because you have so many pitchers in spring training that you need a lot of catchers. So don't expect anything out of John Hicks. And the camp battle to look for will be against Jose Trevino and Jonah Heim to see who will win the opening day starter spot. That just about wraps up the video. Let me know what you think of the signing of Brock Holt and Hyeon-Jong. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I post 3 times a week solely about the Texas Rangers. And with the season coming soon, there's going to be a lot of cool content on the channel because the Rangers will be playing, so it'll just be a lot of fun. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.